Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reality Horsemanship. I'm Luke Brown. I'm excited to be with you here today on this beautiful Monday morning. It's Motivational Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you got to do something fun, relaxing, or if you worked, I hope you worked hard and enjoyed that as well. And I was able to, my 14-year-old daughter came in from Utah yesterday, and we went hiking with the whole family, Stacy, me, her, my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, and my 5-year-old son. So we just had a lot of fun yesterday. Was able to spend some time with family, and I sure appreciate those special moments I get with my kids and my wife, Stacy. And today, the horse that I have behind me, this is Banks. He's a 10-year-old off the track thoroughbred. I believe that he's 10 years old. He's right around 10. He might be 11 by now. I'm not sure, but he's 10 or 11. And he came to me for some training. He was a little disrespectful, and his owner was afraid to ride him out on the trails, on urban or rural trails, and she just wants a nice, calm, good horse, a trail horse. And he certainly, I think, has a potential for that. He's actually a very calm horse. His desensitizing came along in the first day very, very quickly, and I was able to get him to ground tie and desensitize with the stick and string all the way around him, including all the way behind him. And that's pretty rare for a first day for a horse. So he's doing really well. He needs some work on some lateral work and getting lighter laterally with lateral flexion and moving forward bending, that kind of thing. But I really enjoy Banks, and he's going to be a fun off the track thoroughbred. You know, it's interesting. I seem to have the same group of horses at a time. Like sometimes I'll have a bunch of Arabians at once. Sometimes I'll have a bunch of quarter horses at once. Sometimes gaited horses, and I do have basically all of those right now. And but I also have 3 off the track thoroughbreds. One of them is starting in a couple weeks, and 2 are going right now, George and Banks. So it's fun to get these off the track thoroughbreds. I really enjoy them because they're already used to being ridden. They're pretty well humanized. They just need some lightness training for the sensitizing, and a lot of them need quite a bit of desensitizing as well. And today for Motivational Monday, I've been reading again the book, The 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. And in chapter 10, or the 10th rule for life, talks about being precise in your speech. And basically he talks about a lot of things in that chapter. And one of them is, in order to get from point A to point B, which many of us, we always talk about, okay, how can we get from point A to point B, whether it be in our life, in our personal life, or with our horses. And in order to get from point A to point B, you have to know what point A is. And it was very interesting to listen to that this morning, and it reminded me that it's so of the importance of understanding where we are and communicating that with ourselves and with others. So for example, with horses and horse training, in my clinics, if I'm going to teach somebody to yield the hindquarters from the left to the right, so yielding the hindquarters around the front end, going left to right, they're going to be standing on the left hip or towards the left hip, and then move those hind feet around the front feet, and knowing exactly where to start and then where to go and what they're looking for. So point B is yielding that hind quarter, making sure that the left hind steps in front of the right hind, and that the left front spins, that he basically spins around that left front. And that's the direction I'm heading. That's point B. And point A is, okay, where is my horse right now? So if I start to ask my horse to move and he backs up instead of yielding the hindquarters, that's my starting point. That's my point A. And I have to be very clear about what that is. And in our life, many times we want something in life, but in order to get that something, whether it be a relationship, some kind of improvement in a relationship, or developing a relationship, or creating, get a little space there, or creating the business that you want, or a skill level that you want, anything that you want, whatever it is, if you're trying to achieve that, you need to be very clear in your communication with yourself and with others where you're at. So if Stacy and I, and this is something I need to work on, we want to get to some specific place in our relationship, some place of harmony, and we do achieve that sometimes, but there are times when we don't, and when we and Stacy's very good about establishing that point A, about communicating where she's at, how she's feeling, and then where she wants to go, and then trying to correct that and move towards point B. And that's something that I want to work on getting better at as well. So it's something I definitely have to work very hard at in order to improve in my skill level. So if everybody wants to get somewhere in life, so in order to get there, you have to establish where you're at right now. So be honest with yourself, be honest with others about where you're at, and then you can start to establish the direction, the path that you want to get to your point B in life. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Until next time, be thankful, live with purpose, live with passion, and as always, stay safe in the saddle.